Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what I saw flying around on LinkedIn. Post a conversation with Gary Vee. Gary Vee posts an enormous amount of content, and if you don't currently follow him, you probably should. Not that I'm trying to promote somebody else to follow, but at the end of the day, he has lots to say, both positive and negative, and sometimes very controversial. But what I can tell you is that at the crux of where he's at this week, Gary Vee is talking about scaling the unscalable. He brought up, believe it or not, Kanye West, as well as Taylor Swift, and talks about how they take their message and their strategy and they make it move into places that you really can't scale. The example that he gives is he talks about Taylor Swift's going to somebody's wedding and how that isn't positive ROI for her when she goes. However, the amplification and the payback that she gets from doing something like that actually takes her to a whole nother level. Now, I was reading comments on LinkedIn, and there were some folks that are in the enterprise software world that said, yeah, we can't scale. We can't do things at scale. It's going to take down our account-based marketing strategy, and we're trying to do things at scale that's it's not possible. We can't do that for enterprise B2B. And what I would say is I think that's exactly what Gary is saying. Gary is exactly saying that you have to figure out ways to separate yourself from the competition. If you are an enterprise B2B right now, and you're a marketing agency, just as an example, VaynerMedia is kicking your butt. There are businesses that have been doing work with large marketing agencies, the Y&Rs, and others across the nation, where guys like VaynerMedia and stuff are coming in and taking business from you. Now, in B2B software, there are hundreds and thousands of players in the enterprise space. Marketing technology alone, which is where I spend the majority of my time, is over 9,000 different technologies today. Now, not all of those are for large enterprise companies, but for a small organization, that can be a behemoth to try and understand and take on. At the enterprise level, the difference between winning and losing usually boils down to a relationship. And who do you think of first? And I think the argument that Gary Vee is making is that Kanye and Taylor are top of mind all the time because of the topics they choose and the way they choose to engage their relationships, the way they choose to engage their audiences. So I would say that if you're an enterprise software, say you're an IBM Watson, which was just sold, and you're trying to move more Watson, maybe it's time, instead of using the AI, you use a PI and you get your personal investment or your personal intelligence involved with thinking outside of the box. Account-based marketing is great. Account-based marketing has its place. But in Gary Vee's case, scaling the unscalable means doing things your competitors are not willing to do. Getting on a plane, going to somebody's wedding, or who knows, maybe you actually scale the unscalable by every community that has an enterprise that you're in, you go in and you send 10 volunteers. Think about the corporate culture of saying, hey, in order to earn clients, whether we do it right or we do it wrong, whether we make money or we don't make money, we are going to go invest in a community where somebody we want to do business with is at, and think how that benefits your brand. Think about how that amplifies your ability to move software. Just left the construction space in the construction software world, and we worked with a group called AEC Cares. Now, AEC Cares will go into a community every year. AEC stands for Architectural, Engineering, and Construction. Cares is self-evident. But we were in Houston last year, and we rebuilt a home we rebuilt the outdoor of a women's shelter here in the Houston market. And last year, just a few months ago, AEC Cares rebuilt a place in Los Angeles. No, correction, Las Vegas. The possibilities are not limited by your ability to engage. I'm going to tell you right now, you know who did not show up to the AEC Cares events? People who wanted to sell us things. But I can guarantee you, had an organization who wanted to sell us software, say it was a HubSpot or an AppsFlyer or a Salesforce, had their representative been right next to our CEO rubbing elbows, he would have been paying attention, because the organization would have put their money where their mouth is. And the amplification that Salesforce, not that Salesforce needs more brand awareness, or AppsFly or any particular business, but at a business to business enterprise level, if you want to impact your customers, you want to impact your prospects, you got to get outside of the box, you got to get outside of your comfort zone, and you got to scale the unscalable, which is exactly what Gary Vee was saying. He wasn't saying your account-based strategy is not going to work. He was saying you have to get outside your comfort zone if you want to beat the competition. It's really not that hard. Taking your business, taking the approaches that people do when they're trying to start out, oftentimes gets lost when you get into an enterprise sale. I don't know how many sales reps I've talked to at an enterprise level that say, oh, that's a marketing problem. Oh, that's a BDR problem. Oh, nope, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm just going to take clients to dinner and I'm going to win because we have a better technology. I'm going to tell you right now, the person who wins in the next 10 years, especially as we automate more and programmatically remove the human touch from relationships, from the organization. Yes, emails, texts, social, online experiences, all of those things are going to become much better and more improved with artificial intelligence. They're going to be incredibly personal, but they still don't beat the human to human touch. They don't beat reaching out and touching someone, impacting their life, impacting their community, and making a difference. So if you want to grow your business, quit thinking about how you can reach out into somebody else and get them to buy what you're selling. Take a book, take a page, and looking at the way that they're impacting and giving back to their communities, and propel your business forward on something bigger than just you, bigger than just sales. Make a difference. Make a difference for one life, and that one life will become an advocate and a fan of yours for the rest of your career, whatever that career is.